Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to be doing a Rags to Riches series in BTD Battles 2. If you don't know what Rags to Riches is, pretty much we're going to be going all the way from Red Balloon Camp, aka Rags, and we're going to finish our journey in the Riches, aka the Hall of Masters. So we're going to be doing this on a brand new fresh account, and we're going to be going over the basics for today's video, such as how to eco, how to send rushes, all of those good and fun things. By the way, my name is currently player3949977. Whatever the top comment on this video is, I'm going to be making that my username for this account. And if you guys are excited about this series and want to see more, definitely let me know by dropping a like on today's video. And if you happen to be new to the channel, consider subscribing because it's free and you can always change your mind at the end of the day. And I have a few things that I want to explain to you guys before we actually jump into a game. So let's get into that. Little tip, there's daily freebies available every single day over in the shop tab. So make sure that you collect your free monkey money and also your free chest. Awesome. Amazing. And if you also scroll over a little bit further and go over to the monkey money tab, you can get free monkey money here. And then one more tab over, you can get free battle points here. You can collect the free battle points and monkey money once every 5 hours. And the first two towers that you're definitely going to want to unlock with the monkey money that you just got from the shop tab are going to be the Dartling Gunner and the Ice Monkey, because currently these are two of the best towers in all of Battles 2. The final tower that we want to unlock is the good old banana farm, but that requires 1,000 monkey money. We don't currently have enough for that, so we actually had to play some ranked matches and get monkey money from there. In ranked games, you can win and lose trophies, which will move you up or down through the arenas. Ranked games allow you to earn XP, monkey money, battle points, and chests. Note that in casual games, you will earn XP, but will not win or lose trophies, monkey money specifically, battle points, or even battle chests. This is why you definitely want to make sure that you are playing a ranked battle, because casual battle, you cannot earn monkey money, and you need monkey money specifically to unlock new heroes, new towers, and all the Towers 2-5 upgrades. So here we got the map Koru, and I'm definitely gonna be picking Quincy as my hero, and then this is where you pick your loadout, okay? So we're probably gonna end up switching out the Dart Monkey, and then we'll switch out the Bomb. So we'll keep Dartling, Tack, Ice, Quincy. Not the best strategy out there, but I'm thinking in case we need to, we can use the Tack Shooter's Maelstrom ability to defend against any mid-game rush. Looks like our opponent's hero is Gwendolyn. Let's freaking get it. So once round one starts, you want to get to immediately sending your opponent the grouped red eco balloon set. By sending these balloons, this is able to build your economy, also known as eco. And your economy is indicated by the number in the top middle part of the screen. That little green number right there, that is the amount of money that will come in every 6 seconds and will add on to the cash amount that you have over to the left. You want to make sure, of course, too, that you set down a tower pretty quickly. So that's why we decided to start off with the Dartling Gunner, as the Dartling Gunner is pretty solid for round one. But I also went for Quincy here before the start of round 3, because with heroes, they actually are able to auto level themselves up. So at the start of every single round, they gain XP, and Quincy is now level 2. But at the start of round 3 as well, we switched from grouped reds to now grouped blues. So when I say grouped, I mean literally the balloons are all grouped together. As you can see over on our opponent's side, all of these balloons are tightly packed together. And with currently the green, yellow, and pink send, if I were to send those would be spaced apart from each other. I can tell they're going to be spaced balloon sends because there's only one balloon on the green, yellow, and pink balloon icons compared to the red and blue icons that have 2 balloons. If there's only one balloon on the icon, that means they'll be spaced. If there's 2, that means they'll be grouped. So although you get more eco from sending those balloon sends, they are not tightly packed together. So in some case scenarios, they can be more pressuring towards your opponent, but at the same time, you can send group balloon sends a lot quicker than space balloon sends. So generally, it's looked at as better to send those grouped eco sends, since you can literally build your eco a lot faster with grouped eco balloon sends. Notice how in this entire time, I have just been constantly sending my opponent eco, and look at our amount of eco that we have now coming in every 6 seconds. It is almost at 600, which we start out 250. So that's pretty decent. And our opponent over here, he decided to go for a Super Monkey, which the Super Monkey, it's a good tower, don't get me wrong, but you have to have the money in order to make it good, because it's by far the most expensive tower in all of Battles 2. So you should never be setting it down this early on. Now, we've been setting group deco for quite some time, so now we gotta relax a little bit and get to send the space eco sends, because we need to build up some money in order to set down defenses to defend during the mid-game rounds, because the mid-game rounds are when balloon sends get a lot tougher to defend against, so we got to make sure that we have solid defenses. But here on round 9, I like to send space zebras a lot, because space zebras are a very, very good balloon send. They increase your eco by a decent amount, and they pressure your opponent quite a bit, which can force upgrades over on your opponent's side. We're going to start going for an ice monkey over on our side as well, because ice is a goated mid-game tower, specifically the ice shards upgrade. Now, I don't think if he sent us an all-out rush with a monkey boost, we probably would be able to defend. I accidentally sent my opponent over here, group zebras, causing the leak quite a bit of lives. So if we just all outed our opponent here on round 11, most definitely we could get the win. And I decided to just all out him here because, yes, again, I knew we could easily get the win. I don't know why I set the leads, but group zebras over top of group purples, since Gwendolyn cannot pop purple balloons, and the super monkey's pretty bad at popping purples as well, and we ended up getting the easy victory. But if you see here, you actually get a free reward boost. I don't know how many exactly you get, but you definitely want to utilize this as much as possible. So we're going to click on that to just get even more rewards in general. All right, so we are in the next game on the map Santa Times, and we're running with the same exact strategy. Let's get our Dartling Gunner down. We actually want to go for our first Dartling Gunner over here, so let's go for that now. Perfect, dude. See, most people don't even send balloon sends. Oh wait, no, he's setting the grouped reds. That is a good thing to see. We probably won't be able to go for a round 1 Quincy, and again, the earlier that you set down your hero, the better. So okay, we technically could have went for that. It's not a big deal though. I want to make sure that I have money to constantly send these grouped eco sends, because I'd rather build that than going for a round 1 Quincy, because we only lose out on a little bit of XP. Now, I think my plan is to save up enough monkey money to eventually go for Snowman Fusty, also known as Fusty the Snowman, because he's going to be able to buffer ice within our strategy, and it's going to be super helpful, as he is currently the best hero in Battles 2 by far. But round 3 switch, so let's get to sending group blues here. This is a live com, by the way. The last game that I showed you, I did a post commentary to focus on like what the heck I was saying, but I think now's an appropriate time to upgrade to the powerful darts. The nice thing with purely ecoing during these earlier game rounds is that you don't need to grade for like banana farm upgrades or upgrades that make you money in general. So if you want to, just to play it a little bit safe, immediately go for the upgrades that you need to go for. And you definitely want to make sure that you go for the powerful darts on the Dartling Gunner specifically first, because you get +2 pierce with that upgrade. Thus, it's a lot easier to handle balloons during these earlier game rounds compared to going for the faster barrel spin. And round 5 is here, so now we switch to grouped greens instead. Now this is going to cause some havoc. Actually, no, I think our opponent should be able to fully defend. Wow, guys, they already have an overdrive on their side on round 5. So the reason why they were able to afford such an expensive upgrade this early on is quite literally because they have been space ecoing this entire time. So although they have an overdrive over on their side, which is a way better upgrade to have compared to our side, we have a much higher eco. And once round 6 hits, I like to switch to space blacks instead, so that I can save up money to eco really hard here on round 7, because on round 7, grouped yellows will be able to be sent. Although it's really not going to cause any havoc or any pressure whatsoever on our opponent's side, since they already have an overdrive. So generally what I've been doing when it comes to ecoing with yellows is I eco all the way until about the start of round 8, and then I get to space ecoing with specifically space purples, right? Space purples are a bit better to send compared to space blacks, which in the last game I was sending space blacks. I really just wasn't paying attention. But yes, space purples on round 8, and then we switch over to space zebras here on round 9. And we can place down our ice, because we're definitely gonna make sure that we eventually go for the good old ice shards upgrade on it, because ice shards once again is absolutely goated during these earlier game rounds, or actually mid-game rounds, I'm sorry. Okay, he's gonna actually send us some space zebras as well, so we go for that ice shards there, and this should be able to defend against all of these zebras. We can actually slow down too here a little bit with the space zebra sends, since we don't really have all that much money on hand in order to just defend and whatnot, okay? Because our opponent here definitely could easily rush us. With a tower boost though, we should be able to defend against most things. Their camera detection is quite weak, by the way, so we might end up just sending them something. Okay, so space lets. This is actually a very good balloon send by my opponent, because I am not able to fully pop down everything. So I'm gonna send my opponent. Oh, we can't send camo balloons? Oh my god, guys, I forgot about that. I forgot you can't send camos in freaking red balloon camp. So that's a bit unfortunate. But here on round 12 then, space rainbows are very, very good to send. But now looks like we're going to be able to rush our opponent. So what we're going to do here, we're going to send our opponent 2 sets of LEDs, 2 sets of rainbows, 2 sets of zebras, and then purples all over top, okay? Let's see if our opponent ends up tower boosting. I believe they're dead to that, like no matter what. Overdrive is good, but with the tower boost, they would have been able to defend, no doubt about it. Oh, wait. Did we not get the win? It's so laggy. What the heck is going on? Maybe they actually defended. I guess they defended, ladies and gentlemen. So what we should do now is send instead... Oh, we can't send regens. We can't send regens either. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that is not good. Okay. Let's just send more rainbows then. Wow, our opponent is actually freaking shredding. Okay, so we're going to send some zebras and then purples all over top. It's all about the layering, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like there's no way he defends that. I'm going to balloon boost that as well, just to cause even more pressure. They're going to end up tower boosting. And that should be a GG. I mean, I would have sent a lot more in regards to the first rush right there. It just looked like on my screen they were dead, but there was just simply so much lag there. But nonetheless, we got the win. And here we are in the next game on the map, Dino Graveyard. Our last opponent was actually pretty good for a red balloon camp player. But it looks like our opponent over here is going to be starting off with the boat as their first pump power tower. Let's go for our good old Dartling Gunner right here, right now. Perfect. And then we're going to get good old Quincy down as well because our opponent, they're just simply not sending us anything. Okay, scratch that. They're now, in fact, sending us the space greens. And I kind of have not talked about this, all right? But if you guys want the rounds to last longer, which when ecoing is very, very good since eco is time dependent, again, coming in every 6 seconds, the balloons that come out, regardless of whatever your opponent sends every single round, you want to make sure that you take as long as possible to pop those all down. Because once you pop every single AI balloon down, it will take 3 seconds for the new round to start. So technically, I should have like my Dartling Gunner targeted more up here or just away from all the way at the front of the map to stall out these rounds as much as possible. But I think we'll be fine in red balloon camp, and we should also go for the powerful darts here, okay? Don't worry about if your opponent gets the first blood. It really, truly does not matter all that much. And their opponent goes with their next pop and power tower being the boomerang, okay? So, although they're going for some pretty fantastic upgrades, like the cannon ship, I mean, it's not fantastic, but cannon ship, he's gonna be fine, right? But the thing about it is that he's not building his eco, guys. So during the later game rounds, or the mid game rounds, I should say, he's just gonna be completely screwed because he's eventually going to run out of money because he's not gonna be on par with as much money as we are going to have, okay? Because not only can we put the amount of money that we have into our defenses, we can also put that money into rushing our opponent. So back to what I was talking about with anti-stalling, if you're using farms are round based. So every start of the new round, they will produce a certain amount of balloons. It is not dependent on time at all. Therefore, as a farm player, it's really, really good to make the rounds end immediately. Although farms technically rely on eco a bit. And what I mean by that is when you do farm, it's not like you completely neglect eco altogether. You still see lots and lots of farm players consistently eco throughout the entirety of the game. But generally, it's good, especially against an eco player, to end those rounds as soon as possible, because then that means they will have way less money to be able to defend against your rushes, because you'll have even more money from those banana farms that you have put down. But we've been ecoing like crazy, by the way, so ice is not the best on this map. So hopefully with the ice shards right there will be good. Although they probably would just die to a round 11 rush. It's kind of scary though because they have cannon ship and the glaive ricochet. So it would take quite a beefy rush in order to take them down. They're going for another bomb upgrade. See, we can't send camo. Like camo, regen, none of that. So that's why it's much, much harder to take our opponents down in red balloon camp, okay? Oh, wait. They're going to be trying to rush us here. So we're going to end up going for that. We might leak some lives here. I ended up using level 3 ability, but it looks like we ended up being good. And they're going to leak some lives over on their side. We didn't send enough, though, to kill them, okay? So I'm going to back off with the grouped yellow eco for a second. And lead balloons here once again. Quincy has the ability to pop leads, though, at level 7, I believe. So we should be fine against those. But let's try a re-rush here, okay? A lot of rainbows, some zebras, and then purples all over top because, again, layering do be OP. And that's going to pierce cap all of his towers. And that is going to give us the win. We could also balloon boost that as well because they did not tower boost, and we got the easy victory once freaking again. And once you get on at least a 3 or more win streak, you actually gain an extra trophy for every win on that win streak. So this time we got 2 trophies. But that's going to be it for today's video. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below in the comments. I'll be answering a ton of questions for you guys. I tried to explain things as best as I could, but really there is so much to talk about regarding this game and how to play. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to check out this video where we see if I can win with only mortar monkeys in Bloons TD Battles 2. The mortar monkey was quite significantly changed now that the fact that you can target them to the follow mouse option. If you haven't watched it, go make sure to. It's an absolute banger.